It's The Vibe with Tanya Rad and EJ, and I'm really excited because I've been a fan of this guy for a really long time. I still remember the first time I ever met you. I like fangirled so hard, and now he's a guest on The Vibe. So please welcome Benny Blanco to the show.
The Vibe.
The Vibe.
The Vibe.
Are you excited to be here?
I've never been more excited.
Really?
Yeah, maybe once or twice. But honestly, top 3 excitement.
Okay, I feel it from you.
You're always so excited.
Well,
When are you not excited?
that's a good point. I am. But
Your show shouldn't be called The Vibe. It should be called The Excited. Whenever I've ever seen you, you're just so happy.
I am. I tend to be pretty happy.
I like it.
I'm a glass half full kind of gal.
Yeah.
But also when I'm around you, like I have been obsessed with you for a really long time. Because before you were like Benny Blanco and people knew you, you were behind the scenes and you were writing and producing all of these songs. And I was one of those like music nerds that would read all of, like the names and learn all the people. And so I was like, who is this Benny Blanco that's on all these songs?
I'm him.
But how did you, for people that are listening that may not know, I mean, your list goes on and on and on, but it's like, it goes back to like Dynamite, Tayo Cruz.
Yeah.
You've worked with everybody under the sun. You did so much for Maroon 5 and Justin Bieber and Katy Perry. It's like, what was your moment where you were like, this is the first song that like actually blew up for you?
There was a few, it was like all at the same time. I remember I had just done, it was like the 3 that, really come to mind as the first ones are 303's Don't Trust Me, Britney Spears' Circus, and I Kissed a Girl. Those were like the first, like those all came like right around the same time. And I was like, I guess this is really happening. I remember calling my mom and I was like, Mom, I'm in the studio with Britney Spears. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, what? Yes, I am. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm not. But I was like, it is weird. It's like, you spend your whole life like trying to do things. And then when it happens, everything always happens like at once.
Fast.
You know what I mean? You know how you're always just like, oh my God, I'm not working enough. Like, I wish I was doing more. And then all of a sudden you're like working too much and you're like, I wish I was doing nothing.
Yeah. It's like the dichotomy of life.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, that's so like, I just find it so fascinating that you're in all these rooms. Like, I mean, you've been doing this now for what year was that?
2006 I started.
So you've been doing this.
I'm old. I'm so old. What year is it now?
It's 2022.
That's insane.
And you have a new song with BTS and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I'm gonna be coming in here when I'm like 70.
But you clearly have it. Like you have that thing.
The old thing?
No, the thing, the like magic thing that you just like go in. And I feel like every artist is different, right? Like no 2 artists are the same, but you're in the room with like all these amazing artists. How do you approach certain people?
I just go in. I'm like, hey, how you doing? What are we gonna do today? How you feeling? And then, I was talking about this earlier. It's like, I'll ask someone, I'll be like, hey, how you feeling? They're like, I'm good. And then I'm like, how you feeling? They're like, I'm great. And then I'm like, how you feeling? They're like, ah! And then they say like everything that's going on in their life. You're kind of just like a therapist. I think like I'm not even good at making music. I think like the only thing I'm really good at is like being a therapist and like knowing where to get good snacks.
Okay, that is the biggest load of you know what.
Of
because
what?
you're so good at making music.
Of
yeah.
Are we not allowed to say that?
We're not allowed to say that, but it's fine.
I thought you are allowed to say that on the air. No, you can say
on podcasts.
On podcasts, you can say
I think so.
Yeah. You can say there's a few words you can say.
There are.
Okay.
I like to keep it PG.
Okay, yeah. We're keeping it PG.
Yeah.
Poop.
Poop.
Yeah, we can say poop?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I love poop talk.
Yeah, I'm born for poop talk.
Yeah. But it's true. Like, you're really insanely talented.
Thank you.
Do you feel that way?
I don't know. That's so weird. Do you feel insanely talented?
Well, it's like, I know, I get what you're saying, but do you ever have imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Still?
Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
I love
I
that.
think I'm the best and the worst at the same. It depends on the day I wake up. Like I could be like, this is the best song in the world. I've never done anything better. And then the next day I can just be like, should I quit music?
Right, like I don't
Or
have it
should I
anymore.
stop? Yeah, are you kidding me? Every time I make a song, do you know when I feel the worst? When my song's the biggest. Like I'll be like, this is the last one for sure.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
That is so
But
weird.
most artists, no, if you ask artists, like ask them when they come in, most artists, like when you're at the top of the chart is like when you feel like the weirdest and the
most
like,
vulnerable.
yeah, like when you're the biggest and like you know you have those moments where you feel like great, but you also have those moments where you're just like, oh, is it gonna stop? Like what's gonna happen next? Like is this my last one? Will I ever be able? This song is a song I wrote like 8 months ago. Can I even write a song now?
That's so
You know?
interesting because I suffer from imposter syndrome so badly.
Yeah.
And it's the more that I've started to talk about it, the more I realize a lot of people that I look up to and
Everyone,
admire
of course,
feel the same way.
Of course.
It's like we all just don't feel good enough ever.
No, we don't.
That has to come from some childhood trauma.
Of course. I got plenty.
But I remember I can't remember when this was, but you were on air with Ryan Seacrest and you were telling us to watch out for this new artist, this new up and coming artist. At the time, nobody knew who it was.
Who was it?
It was the Kid Leroy.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I know, but it's like, so you totally, I don't know. It's like you have this thing with music. It's almost like, I feel like people come to you. I'm sure your DMs are probably flooded with people and artists that want to work with you.
I guess so.
I
I don't know.
so.
You're asking me the craziest question. I guess. Yeah, musicians come to me sometimes. Yeah.
Do you remember when you came in to debut East Side?
Yes.
And I was like, this is the best song I've ever heard in my life.
That one I had no idea. I didn't know. Like, when I first became an artist, it was like a weird thing because, a ton of people weren't doing it at that point. And it was like, I don't know. It was just like.
It's kind of around the time Julia Michaels did the same thing, I feel like.
Yeah. And I remember just being like, well, I guess I'll give it a shot. And I was like, I know how to write songs. So maybe after, like a few years, I'll be able to like get one that like is good. And when that song like really took off, it was like, oh my God. And then I don't know. It's just always weird when I release songs on my own. Like still to this day, I'm like, wait, what? The song's like big. Like when a song goes like number one, that's like mine as an artist, I'm like, what? I'm like, like it's just so weird to me. Like I guess I like knew I thought it would happen, but I just never know it's gonna happen when it does. It's weird.
Yeah, I remember I was listening to you were on one of my favorite podcasts, and
What podcast?
And the writer is.
Oh yeah.
And you were talking about the decision to go from kind of like behind the scenes to becoming an artist, and you were like, people ask you why you wanted to do that, and you were like, I can't remember if you used Caesar salad or the pizza. If you like, I make the most amazing Caesar salad, but I want to try making pizza.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's such a smart way of putting it because people don't understand that there's a difference.
Yeah, there's such a difference. And now it's cool. It's like I get to make my own videos. I get to do the marketing stuff. I get to like put crazy combinations of people together, like Snoop Dogg and BTS and like,
So wait, was that combo? Was that the new song that you guys have? Was that your making?
It was joint. It was definitely a joint thing. They actually, BTS wanted Snoop.
Oh.
We were talking about features and stuff, and they were like, Snoop Dogg. And I was like, yeah, Snoop Dogg. And it was. That was such a crazy experience. They're like, have you ever met them?
BTS?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever been to their show?
Not their show, but I've seen them at like one of
no.
iHeart shows.
It's insane. It's actually insane. You have to go to their next show.
Because they just go balls to the walls.
No, not they just go balls to the walls. No matter where we are. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Spin a globe and put your finger down. Whatever it is, there's going to be 80,000 people at their show. And do you know when they do their shows? The stadium is sold out. And then what they do is they get whatever the closest arena is. And then they just have a screen in there that's filming what's happening at the stadium. And that's sold out.
That's crazy.
And it's insane. It's it's one of the craziest live performances I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, so was it crazy working with them?
Yeah, of course.
Did you guys do it in person?
We didn't record in person. I mean, obviously we've like hung out and talked and stuff, but they were in Korea at the time, and that was so cool. It was like we were doing it over the Zoom,
Right.
and it was like on Korean time. So
like what time here?
oh my God, I basically live in Korea. Like my time zones are so insane. Like I was up at like 4 this morning. Like so my time zones are crazy. We were filming, I don't know, we were recording the song till like 4:30 in the morning. Cause it's just like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna take a quick break for lunch, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And
Yeah,
it's
sure, I'll take a nap.
it's crazy. But it's yeah, it's awesome working with. They're incredible.
So you were doing it with them, and then when did you get Snoop Dogg involved? And how did you get? Did you have to call him
Yeah, I called Snoop.
just on the phone?
Big Snoop.
And you were like, "Hey,
Yeah, you ever met Snoop?
no,
You never met Snoop?
no, not in."
How could you have a show called The Vibe and you don't have Snoop on it? Like,
I know. Well, Snoop, I think he came to On Air with Ryan Seacrest when he had that show with Martha Stewart.
yeah.
But I don't know if they were in studio. I think it was either like on
Oh,
the phone or something.
he's the best.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He just makes you feel cooler than you could ever feel. And anything he says, he'll say your name better than it's ever been said. He'll say anything.
So
Anything will be better.
When you called to ask him about the song, were you like, "Hey, it's Betty Blanco"?
The questions you ask are insane. Well, he has my phone number, so I think
he knew it was you.
I think he understands that it's me.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think I did say, "Hey, man, it's Benny. This is Benny Blanco."
And I have a song that I want you on.
Yeah, this is exactly how the conversation went.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Benny Blanco. You may know me from the other times we've worked together.
Yeah, uh-huh.
No, I called him up and I was like, "Yo, you want to do it?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" And then I was like, "Great!"
And that was it.
And then we did it, and then we recorded a music video, and then we did all the stuff.
The song's very, very fantastic, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but I feel like it goes without saying when it's a Benny Blanco song that I'm going to be obsessed with it.
Stop.
You know, I think you need me around more in your life to like toot your horn a little bit, because I feel like you're very humble, but you are like literally one of the musical geniuses of like our time.
What am I supposed to do? Just run around and say I'm the best?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, is that what you do?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like running around and I'm like, I'm the worst.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So why don't I be yours and you be mine?
I like that
Great.
idea.
But I don't even know if I would say, I'm like, yeah, she's cool. I don't know. Yeah, we're the best.
We're the best.
We're actually the best.
We are
We're
the best.
geniuses.
But do you feel that about this song?
That me and you are the best?
No, with this BTS and Snoop Dogg. It's called Bad Decisions.
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
always feel like I'm the best and the worst at the same time.
When you release a song, are you watching stuff on social media, or do you kind of like
No,
take a
I
beat?
don't look at if you're referring to like comments and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that at all.
really?
No, are you
Does it
kidding?
mess with your like artistry?
No, I just don't do it. There's nothing like. What are you gonna gain by either someone's gonna be like, "Wow, you're amazing," or they're gonna be like, "This sucks. I hope you kill yourself." Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like
I laugh, but it's like actually really sad because
Yeah.
it's so true.
Do you read comments?
Yeah.
You do?
I
Like
do.
under your thing, are you like reading all the comments?
Yeah.
Why?
Um,
What's the point?
you know, it's interesting because sometimes, most of the time, I can take things with a grain of salt, and I'm like, okay, if somebody's like going to that extreme to leave a comment about something like that, like they're angry and they're hurt. And for the most part, the comments that I do receive are nice. So
Mhm.
that's like a very far and few between when they're nasty.
Mhm.
But if I'm like on my period and I read a nasty one, I can go down a dark hole.
But why do you read them?
Constructive criticism. I don't know.
What do you
Maybe
mean
it's my
constructive criticism? It's a kid in a basement that's like 6 years old being like, "Your hair is terrible," and you're just like, "What do you mean my hair is terrible?
I know. But
I just got the highlight."
it might be the imposter syndrome that makes
Yeah.
me like want to see the bad comments because I like.
Just don't do it. Stop. Like, there's no point. I don't read comments at all. At all. There's no point. No point. The only time I've like ever seen a comment is like if my friend like sends me one, it's just like, this is the funniest thing.
And it's like a funny or good one.
No, I think maybe funny bad one.
Oh.
Like my friends will be like, look how bad someone just like made fun of you. And I'm like, great, man. Thanks for sending.
Thanks for sending me
Great
that.
friend. But like, yeah, I don't know. Don't read them. No.
I shouldn't.
No point. You're going to read them all.
I read them all.
Are you going to read the ones for this one?
For this interview?
Yeah.
For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to comment on me commenting on the comments.
It's like a weird cycle. For
Yeah,
sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm going to start commenting on all your videos.
Thank you. I know you're like a silent, you're not a very like active social media, or, you never give me like a little like every now and then.
I don't like look at like photos like that. But if you were to DM me,
Yes, you do.
I
You
write
are.
back, don't I?
Yeah, you do. You respond in the DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like what do I have? I don't know. I kind of just post. Honestly, I kind of just post for work. Like,
You post and ghost.
Yeah. What else am I gonna do?
Yeah, that's true.
I do the stories. I do stories.
Yeah, you do.
I do stories. What am I gonna do? Here's a timeline of a taco I ate. Hey, I'm sad today, and you guys should know that I'm sad.
Because somebody else might be sad too,
Yeah.
and then they can relate to you.
Yeah, and then they can make their own post of why they're sad. And then someone can be really mean in the comments, and then we can get even more sad and make another post.
Oh, that actually reminds me of that whole beef that you had with Charlie Puth on TikTok.
Oh, my God.
I literally, I knew it was a joke the whole time, but then it got to a point where I was like, is he serious?
Yeah, we deserve Oscars.
Truly.
It is real.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's real.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You love Charlie.
No, it's so real.
No.
It's real.
We all love Charlie.
It's real. Yeah, it's on site.
On what?
On site.
What does that mean?
That means if I see him, it's on site. I'm going to beat him up.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Check your comments.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it's on site for someone with you.
Okay.
This is a good interview, right?
Well, thank you so much for saying that, but we kind of are out of time.
Even better interview.
Do you want to do the honors and introduce your song?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's with you and BTS and Snoop
yeah,
Dogg.
I love how you're done. Wait, I want to hear you introduce it first, and then I'll introduce it second.
Okay. So this is the new song. This is Benny Blanco's latest song, latest masterpiece. This is with BTS and Snoop Dogg. It's called Bad Decisions, and it's on The Vibe.
So this is the new song, Benny Blanco's latest masterpiece. Yours is good.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Before we get into the song, really quick,
Okay.
is there what else do you have coming out? Is this like a rollout of sorts?
Yeah, it's a rollout.
Oh.
It's a full rollout.
What else is coming?
I got an album coming out. You're not going to get any information out of me.
When's the album coming?
Sometime this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah. It's coming. I have an album coming out. It's coming out soon. There's all sorts of people on it. I always put a lot of friends on it.
I love that.
Some familiar faces.
Such as?
You're right. Some you might not know. Some collaborations that are too good to be true, that are true. No, I just had fun. I made an album. It was it's great to make an album. I made most of this album COVID's over. I mean, actually, no, it's not. I just had COVID.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're
back together.
We're resuming a little bit. We should all still be safe, and every day there's something else new. And I made an album, and it's coming out. I don't know how to talk about this or this poop. But you know what I do know what to say?
What?
I'm Benny Blanco. I got a new song out right now with BTS and Snoop Dogg. It's called Bad Decisions. You're going to listen to it now, and hopefully you're going to play it all the time.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen. Guys, listen to my song. I hope you guys love it. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.